It's the ultimate travel guide from the people who know it best. Weekends with Yankee. It's a hidden little gem, but a 4-star destination. The Weekapaug Inn, located on the Rhode Island shoreline overlooking the Tog Pond and the Atlantic Ocean just beyond. Originally conceived of as a small inn, it was built and opened in 1899 by Frederick and Phoebe Buffon.
So they opened a 30-room inn directly on the ocean that operated summers only till about 1938, when the inn had grown to over 100 rooms.
Then the unexpected happened. It was September 1938, and hurricane-force winds came through and completely destroyed the inn. It was the most destructive storm to strike the region in the 20th century. But the Buffons remained even more committed to the inn. So they scoured the region, found a beautiful but more sheltered location, and within 6 months had not only rebuilt the inn, but were open for business.
And from the summer of 1939 to 2006, the Buffon family operated the Weekapaug Inn on a summers-only basis.
On the Register of Historic Places, Weekapaug was the first building reconstructed after the 1938 hurricane. To this day, it remains a go-to destination for families near and far.
Obviously, this area has attracted quite a few notable people who have come to stay, but probably the Weekapaug Inn's most notable guest would be Eleanor Roosevelt, who stayed here in August of 1926. And so her signature can be found on display in our lobby for everybody to view.
What a breath of fresh air. You look around here and there's just unencumbered views.
It's so open and beautiful, and I love how this place kind of integrates nature into every program, like having a naturalist on staff, and there's even dining options where you're really immersed in the nature around here.
I'm looking at nature. I have an appointment with a naturalist, so I'm gonna see you in a few minutes.
Okay, I'm gonna go see the chef.
Okay. I'll see you later.
Okay.
This is a beautiful property. We have beautiful salt marshes. We see marine mammals, we see fish, just an incredible number of birds. One of the really cool things about a salt marsh like this is that you can determine elevation simply by the type of plants that are growing. This is salt marsh hay. It grows where it's inundated from time to time, but not constantly. Now you go a little closer to the water down here, this taller stuff, it gets wet more often. Right over here, we have the high tide bush, and it's starting to get woody. Those need to be a little bit higher, and then you get up into some of the other shrubs that we have up higher. And each one of them is hyper-specialized for where it sits in the marsh.
I know as a kid, I used to go out clamming a lot, and we have a clam rake. Should we see what we can find?
Let's do it. My favorite spot's right over here, the other side of the line.
So as a kid, typically if I felt something hard in the sandy soil, that would be a clam, but here, there's a lot more rocks in the water, so it's slightly different technique.
The rock, oh, I got 2.
Oh, you got 2.
This guy's gonna be a little small to keep, so I'm gonna throw that guy back. This one I put in the category of quahog. This is a good solid clam right here.
You got a clam and I got a pet rock. For me, this is a complete luxury. This is leisure. This is a 5-star experience for me, just mucking around on a tidal flat and seeing what I see. But I know Amy's waiting inside, and she's not necessarily sharing in my wonderment. She wants to get down to a meal.
This is our herb garden where we have various different herbs out here. We have our lovage and sage, some lemon balm, oregano.
So gorgeous.
These beautiful late summer herbs, rosemary.
And so now we're going to be taking this over to a special place called the Pond House, right?
Yes. Pond House is our outdoor dining venue, which kind of was inspired to feature and put a focal point to all the local ingredients that we have an opportunity to work with here.
Okay, so we're gonna make our salad now, right?
So right now we're gonna work on making a very light dressing. We're gonna start with a little bit of Dijon mustard. Next, we are gonna grab our honey, some fresh squeezed lemon juice. And with these 3 ingredients, we wanna make a nice little paste. We're gonna slowly drizzle in our olive oil. We wanna add some of the fresh herbs that we just picked from the garden. And then we're gonna mix that in. Nice little lemon zest in there is gonna be great. Our dressing is ready.
Okay.
And then right behind you, we have a selection of our greens. This is sunflower shoots.
Oh, okay.
When we add this to a salad, it adds a nice little crunch from the stems, just like sprouts, but then a really nice nutty flavor that you get like eating sunflower seeds. And then we have pea shoots for a little bit of sweetness and a little bit of earthy flavor as well. So really all those ingredients, when we work with seafood for so long, especially in this location, to be able to enhance it with the agricultural, the land ingredients is really a great opportunity.
How do you know when you've added enough vinaigrette?
Well, at this point, I'm gonna say it's up to your taste buds.
Right.
You really wanna have until you see a nice little sheen over all your dressing and it's nice and coated.
Let's do a little taste.
Right? All right. Cheers to that. Beautiful.
Really good.
Very fresh.
Oh, look at this.
That's nice.
And our local seafood fare.
We have a
I
five-star
know.
view. You have this fantastic meal,
A warm
a
grill.
warm thing, and good company.
Yeah.
So here, you're gonna get to take over and do the cooking for yourselves. This is our barbecued lobster tails. Next, we're gonna go with our shrimp. And then these are our local, our Stonington scallops.
This is like the summer equivalent of fondue, with friends, get people around
Absolutely.
the table. So now I see some sauces here. What should we use those for?
So those sauces are here for one of our featured ingredients, which are the Quaney Rock oysters that you see at the end there.
Well, thank
Excellent.
you, Chef.
Thank
We're
you
going to
very
get
much.
Our
cooking.
pleasure. We're gonna let you take over the cooking right
Okay.
now and then tend to our other guests we have at the hotel.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you very much.
Enjoy.
Yeah. Amy, I would like to toast to the good life.
To the good
to
life.
La Dolce Vita.